Okay, so today we're diving deep into Dubai's real estate market for 2025. It's really captured global attention, hasn't it? We want to unpack exactly why it's such a hot topic right now.
Absolutely. And we've pulled together quite a bit of data, some solid sources, to really get under the hood of what's going on.
Right. We want to give you a clear, fact-based picture. It's not just hype.
Definitely not. The numbers themselves tell a fascinating story.
So in this deep dive, we'll be looking at a few key things. Dubai's global position, what the market looks like right now, those government incentives everyone talks about, the actual lifestyle, and crucially, what potential investors should, keep in mind.
Yeah, the aim is really to connect the dots for you. Why Dubai? Why now?
Exactly. Let's get into it. First off, Dubai's reputation as an investment destination. This isn't exactly new, is it?
No, not at all. I mean, look at its location first. Geographically, it's incredibly strategic, sort of a crossroads between continents.
Asia, Europe, Africa.
Yeah, precisely. Our sources point out that something like 85% of the world's population is within an 8-hour flight. That kind of accessibility is, well, it's a massive advantage for global business and investment.
That's a powerful point. And beyond just the map, the rankings,
Mm,
they're pretty impressive too.
they really are. Knight Frank's 2024 Luxury Housing Index, for instance. Dubai topped that list globally,
Number one, ahead of places like Miami.
ahead of Miami, Tokyo. Yeah. Luxury home prices jumped almost 17%, 16.9% to be exact. That signals, serious international interest, particularly from high net worth individuals. They see it as stable, attractive.
And it's not just the high-end stuff, right? I saw something about its smart city status too.
That's right. It ranks in the top 5 in the IMD Smart City Index. That speaks volumes about the infrastructure, the digital governance, things that make a city efficient and attractive for living and investing. It adds another layer of confidence.
And you've got the momentum from Expo 2020 still lingering, plus this big economic plan, the D33 agenda.
Exactly. Expo really put a spotlight on Dubai, and the D33 plan aiming to double the economy sends a very strong signal about future growth and ambition. Investors like that long-term vision.
Okay, so the global standing seems pretty solid, backed by data. Let's zoom in on the market itself. What are the latest numbers telling us? Q1 2025.
Right. The Q1 data from the Dubai Land Department is quite revealing. We're talking over 120 billion AED in property deals.
120 billion
Yep.
in just 3 months.
Yep. And that's up about 22% compared to the same time last year. So it shows really strong ongoing demand, not a blip.
Wow. Are there specific areas leading the charge? Same old favorites.
Well, yes and no. The established prime spots, Palm Jumeirah, Dubai Hills, downtown Dubai, they're definitely still major players. Huge transaction values, high demand. They have that proven track record.
Makes sense. And prices. Are they climbing across the board?
Generally, yes. Over the last 12 months or so, villas have seen a pretty significant average jump, around 19.2%. Apartments are up to maybe closer to 12%.
And who's buying? Is it still heavily international?
Very much so. International buyers, high net worth individuals,
What?
there's still a major force driving these price increases, according to our sources.
But I get this sense it's broadening out a bit, not just the ultra-luxury zones.
That's a really important observation. We are seeing expansion beyond those traditional prime areas. Places like Dubai South, Jumeirah Village, Circle JVC, they're getting a lot more attention.
Why is that price point?
Price point is definitely a factor. They offer more accessible entry points for, say, mid-range investors, but it's also about connectivity and future growth. Think about the huge expansion plan for Al Maktoum International Airport near Dubai South. That's a massive catalyst for the surrounding areas.
Right. Infrastructure drives value. Okay, that paints a pretty dynamic picture of the market itself.
Right.
Now, let's talk about something that really sets Dubai apart, the government incentives and that tax environment.
Ah, yes. This is, well, a cornerstone of Dubai's appeal for investors. It's pretty unique globally.
Zero property tax,
Uh,
zero capital gains tax. That just sounds incredible compared to other major cities.
It really is. I mean, compare that to London, Singapore, New York. The savings are substantial, even when you factor in transaction costs, which are relatively low anyway. It fundamentally changes the investment calculation for many people.
And then there's the golden visa. Can you break that down a bit? How does property investment tie into residency?
Sure, the Golden Visa is a really key policy. If you invest AED 2 million or more into property, that's the threshold you can apply for a 10-year residency visa, and it's renewable.
10 years renewable. That's significant.
It is. And importantly, it covers your family too. Plus, you don't need a local sponsor for your business, and it offers a lot more flexibility in how you operate. It's designed to attract long-term commitment, not just short-term capital.
So it's more than just a financial perk. It's about embedding yourself, building a life or a business base there.
Exactly. You have to see these policies as part of a bigger national strategy. They want to attract talent, capital, innovation. It's about making Dubai a place people genuinely want to live and work in, not just park money.
Okay, which leads nicely into the lifestyle aspect. Because beyond the spreadsheets and tax breaks, people have to actually live there.
Absolutely. And the lifestyle is undoubtedly a major draw. Dubai consistently ranks as one of the safest cities in the world. That's huge for families, for anyone, really.
Safety is definitely key. What else stands out?
Well, you've got the obvious things like year-round sunshine, beaches, incredible dining, world-class shopping. It offers a very high quality of life in terms of amenities and leisure.
And the practical stuff.
Yeah.
Schools,
Yeah.
healthcare, especially for expats.
They've invested heavily there. There are over 200 private schools, many offering British or IB curricula, catering directly to the expat community. And the healthcare system is top-notch, modern hospitals, specialized medical centers. The infrastructure to support a large international population is definitely in place.
So you have the financial incentives, the safety, the amenities, good schools, healthcare. It sounds like a complete package.
It aims to be. Add in the genuinely multicultural environment, the modern infrastructure we talked about, and the relative ease of doing business. It becomes a very compelling proposition for professionals, entrepreneurs, and families thinking about relocating.
Okay, this all sounds overwhelmingly positive. But we need balance. No market is without risk, right? What should potential investors be cautious about?
That's crucial. Yes, investors need to be aware of potential downsides. Like any market, Dubai goes through cycles. Property values can fluctuate.
So timing matters.
Timing matters. Regulatory changes can happen, though Dubai aims for stability. And there's always the risk of oversupply in certain segments or specific areas, which could put pressure on prices or rental yields. You can't just assume everything will go up forever.
So what are the smart moves? How do investors navigate those risks?
Well, the fundamentals always apply. Location, 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 prioritizing established areas or those with clear growth drivers like new infrastructure is key.
Okay.
And developer credibility is huge. Do your homework on who built the property, their track record.
Makes sense. What else?
Having an exit strategy. Even if you plan to hold long-term, thinking about how and when you might sell eventually is just prudent planning.
And what about those freehold zones? That's where foreigners can own property outright, correct?
Yes, exactly. Freehold zones are critical for international buyers, offering 100% ownership. But even within a freehold zone, you still need to do your due diligence on the specific property, the title deed, the service charges, everything. Don't skip the details.
So the message is, opportunity exists, but be thorough, be smart.
Precisely. Work with reputable professionals. Look for developers registered with Aria, the real estate regulatory agency. They provide oversight.
Aria registered, okay.
And use experienced real estate agents who understand the legalities, can give you accurate valuations, and guide you through the process. It can save you a lot of headaches and potentially improve your investment outcome.
Right. Okay, let's try and wrap this up then. Summing it all up, Dubai in 2025 seems to offer this potent mix. Rising property values driven by strong demand.
Significant tax advantages you just don't find elsewhere.
Incredible global access due to its location, and a really appealing, high-quality lifestyle.
And all underpinned by that clear government vision and ongoing infrastructure development. It's quite a compelling narrative they've built.
It really is. So, if this discussion has piqued your interest, and you, the listener, want to maybe explore specific options or get some tailored advice, our research suggests checking out www.ariaspatrialestate.ae. They seem to be a useful resource.
Yeah, worth a look if you're serious.
And definitely keep following us. We'll be doing more deep dives into specific Dubai topics, maybe comparing top investment zones, looking at off-plan versus ready properties, practical tips for expats moving over. Lots more to explore.
It's a market that keeps evolving, always something new to analyze.
Well, thank you for joining us for this deep dive into Dubai's property scene in 2025. Hopefully this has given you a clearer picture.
My pleasure. It was a great discussion.